they're really putting the pressure on SMPR here, who've got to win the 3v3s.
They're up against a team in SMPR as well, who, you know, this is the team that have players that have been better in the past. You know, whenever Chaussette is mentioned, people talk about DreamHack Valencia 2019. It was such a long time ago, and that's not to say that he's not still a brilliant player, but this is essentially the new guard taking on one of the more solid EU teams, and I think that's going to be a really interesting clash of styles.
Absolutely. Exotic is actually a player with a ton of success in this format in the past as well. Playing those one-off 1v1s. He's got a very peculiar style, very defensive, counter-punchy player, which can be difficult to go up against as the majority of the top ones players at the moment are very aggressive. This is the perfect start for F16 as Basil cracks the post. No wins yet for the Middle Eastern teams. The two lowest seeded teams from the Middle East, from Saudi Arabia, have fallen, but these guys looking to put one on the board for the home favorites.
I mean, they're already looking quick as anything, as you like, taking to the stage, gracing it, looking comfortable as anything in front of their home crowd, which could be absolutely huge. And thankfully for them, in the Saudi E-Leagues, they do have that very brief LAN experience. So young, these players, you know, Kalias and Ruas, they are just barely turned 15. And here they are, already putting the squeeze on SMPR Esports, who've done well not to go behind in the first minute or so.
Yeah, I've never felt older. I'm older than the two of them combined, so that's you know, not something that I'm too proud of myself. But yeah, such composure already, like you mentioned, testing SMPR's defense. And SMPR are a very solid team. They've been there or thereabouts in this split, in the most recent split for European Rocket League 3s. And even going to be playing at the World's Wildcard event very soon, so definitely going to be grinding in form for Gamers8.
Done very well as well, have SMPR to consolidate after losing Archie, who was such a big player for them. He was their star man, everything went through them, and he had to just pick up and dust off when endpoint come calling, and they bring in Exotic, and as we've already seen from him in the qualifiers, beating Luis P and Moxie in 1v1s, so showing how good he is, and he's really stepped up, and here is Cassio, his teammate. Good save though on that first shot.
And they're immediately transitioning into the counter-attack. Both teams actually looking to pass in field here. Cassio, knowing that that was a dangerous angle, decided to rotate back and cover the center ball instead of just going back post.
This is sort of what we expected to see though. SMPR just beginning to get a little bit of territory and pressure on the ball. They know how to not overcommit ever, pretty much. This isn't a team that'll be throwing away free goals. And they are more than capable of taking their time and just pushing that ball slowly but surely towards the F16 goal. That's what we're seeing here. With these little bursts of pace from F16 players, we're going to send it right back towards SMPR. So he's going to try and slow things down, but he's met again by F16, already showing such aggression. And, you know, they've taken to the stage very comfortably in the opening 3 minutes or so.
And they're not overextending at the moment. SMPR trying to bait them in. They're playing a very organized defensive line here. Infield pass is huge. The save is great from Chaussette. As the boost gets stolen from the back corner, demo comes through as well, 50-50 from Kalias and a bump. They're really starting to chain together all kinds of aggression. It was just on the ball. Now they're coming in with the boost steals, they're playing physically. SMPR again stands strong against this.
Lovely composure and decision-making from F16 Esports there. Everything was the correct choice. The bumps, the demos, the infield pass. Sadly, Basil's finish wasn't the best. I'm sure we'll see some better shots from him as this goes on. But Kalias is keeping the squeeze on SMPR Esports. This is going to be their ball. A slight double commit there from Chaussette and Exotic. Maybe just signifies that they are feeling the pace of this one. Still a nervy 0-0.
Yeah, like it's a game SMPR really have to win, in my opinion. Looking at how stacked F16 are, if they don't win this, they absolutely must win the 2v2, because Ruas is such a demon in ones. I mean, Exotic's got to pull out a miracle. I said he's got experience and success in this format, but Ruas is top 10 ones player worldwide right now. And they're going to be, testing them again. Chaussette with the pre-jump save. It's still F16 coming forward, but the glancing shot goes wide.
The Kalias, another finish is not quite there. This time, though, Ruas is going to put it home. It was third time lucky for F16 Esports. There was a great save earlier on from Chaussette. That finish was, we'll say it was intelligent from Kalias. We'll say it was actually a really clever pass to Ruas. And then that finish, no mistakes there.
And very nice finish from Ruas, having to turn around very sharply there, but gets the bar down shots off. Just over a minute to go. F16 have looked extremely comfortable here. They've not really conceded many chances, never mind goals, and now SMPR are forced to attack, something that they've been just waiting for. Now they have to really go for this. Oh, that's the chance. Big shot from Exotic. It wasn't blocked. Post had his covered.
Semper looking stronger since going behind, really trying to force this issue. It's where Semper can play their best Rocket League when they have to chase, when they have to come forward and be as brave as anything. But F16, they're standing strong. A few solid challenges, even on their own goal line. Brilliant defending from them so far. But Semper will continue to ask these questions. Exotic wants to get in touch with this one. No, instead, he leads him to Chaussette, who's almost beaten by Ruas. And F16 just keep on coming, even with only 30 seconds left, playing with such a high forward line. Hassle's there, winning that one, winning more clean touches. Chaussette is helped by his teammate getting the demo. Exotic has to get a pass or a shot here. In the end, it was slightly ahead of a pass and never on target either. They've got 17 seconds left.
Semper pressing now in the closing stages. It's Casio trying to get the backboard. It's off target for the double. He didn't have boost to get back to it.
Here is Ruas. He goes for a double. Exotic just sends it high. He needs to do so much more, though, for Semper. And it's F16 that are ending this first game with an absolute flurry. This defending with pretty easy thanks to that positioning from Kalias. Exotic can only get it to the floor. F16 take the first game in this series. And it's a win for Saudi Arabia, a win for the MENA region.
And in 3v3 as well. So pressure really on Semper now. Exotic is a very high-rated twos player. He's usually kicking about top 10s in the ranked leaderboard. I saw him, play with Chaussette in qualifying. They did look great together, but I talked to apparently Jack in the hotel just earlier this week, and he said he ran into Ruas and Kalias on the low-ping servers while they were here, and he got clapped.
I bet.
He said that they were farming him, and then he got out of the, he gave up, thought, okay, I'm going to leave ranked for now, like, he's going to go do something else. Off he goes to the hotel elevator, and who's in the elevator? Ruas and Kalias there as well, so they were just waiting for him everywhere he goes.
I bet they're on a higher floor as well. So it's like, what floor are you? 8? Oh, we're 9. It's, you're beating me again. I just can't get a win against
you don't think
guys.
they're in floor 16?
Oh, that would make sense. That's what they named their team after. But yeah, no, I mean, surely this will be a 2v2 choice right here from Semper. You do not want to go straight into a 1v1 against Ruas. Try and be as solid as possible in the 2v2. Let's see, we're loading up Aquadome. We'll see very shortly whether or not the 2v2 or 1v1 has been chosen.
Casio's a free play, of course, there already.
Is there any chance that they might go for a 1v1 here? Any tactical
No,
edge
there it is.
see?
Yeah, I see enough names there. Yeah, it's got to be twos, because I think this is a smart play by Semper. They've got a chance in the twos here. This is going to be a close game, I expect, as F16 2v2 beasts, certainly. But Semper really impressed in qualifying in 2v2 and surprised me and a lot of other people by just how well they were playing with a relatively new team. They only got together this split, so this is a big chance. But if they can win this, win the 3v3 that comes after, then they'll play 1v1 and pressure will be on Ruas. Pressure will be on F16, so much better pick than ones, in my opinion, here.
I feel like
Semper.
We're going to have to see a lot from Exotic right now for Semper, but it's F16 that are starting their better yet again. They begin these games like a house on fire, just pummeling shots at the Semper net. Just as we saw in game 1, Semper having to do some early defending, but they do get through it. Chaussette wanted to pass that one back towards Exotic, but wisely, Exotic turns around, just tries to stand up to the challenge. Chaussette, I mean, he is a player that we don't talk too much anymore about as an attacking force, but he is still more than capable of air dribbling it over the top of two F16 players. Yeah,
that was definitely a double commit, but look, they're right back in the game, and they've recovered immediately. They can kind of get away with this. The mechanical ability is so good. Oh, that's a beat by Exotic, though. Looked like Ruas might have it covered, but he underestimated the approach of the Frenchman, who dusted him and scores the opening goal.
They mentioned how important Exotic would be for these 2v2s, and that is just raw pace. Ruas didn't expect it. It was a decent pass just into the center via the corner there from Chaussette, but still so much to do from Exotic, and he managed to do it. And Semper, yeah, they do take their lead. Could be doubled here. Chaussette from the kickoff. Can he get this one on target? He can. Ruas sends it over the top with a really good save to get distance on it, so the clearance could be completed, but they still are under attack. Ruas shows that he's not too slow himself and gets that ball away.
France has very impressive history with 2v2. Players like Fairy Peak, formerly sitting at the top of the leaderboard, all by himself. Monkey Moon these days, he's always up there, just holding it down. A deep talent pool in France. It's recently that Saudi Arabia has started to produce a talent pool that can rival them, especially in the 2v2 game mode. But Exotic is one of those players. He's, I think, had a underachieving career in RLCS Season X. Since we went open format, I really expected this guy to be on one of the top teams. I think it's still only a matter of time before he does end up on one of the top teams. This could be it still. World-class performance so far against terrifying, Twinergy intensive Tuesday.
Sadly not using the Twinser car, which I'm very disappointed by using Fenix over here. One day, you know, maybe if they make it to the grand final, they'll do a little wink to the audience there with the Twinser. But for now, trying to get back into this 2v2. But it's still more good, solid play there from SMPR, just not rushing anything, taking control of the ball whenever they can. Then these bursts of pace here from F16. Clears over the top, gets a flip reset as well. Ras hadn't quite read it, so he was in a more defensive position in that far corner instead of following it home.
Yeah, it looked like Roas was expecting some kind of physical play on the goal line there. He was ready to follow up with a boost steal, so playing the long game. Whereas Clears just trying to pass the ball off that crossbar with the reset, so you know, not the best synergy there, either not communicated or just, you know, bad bounce for Clears. They're going to go again here. So it's a lean back reset this time from Clears. SMPR shutting down everything, defending brilliantly up until this point.
Very low-scoring 2v2 game, which I think will suit SMPR down to the ground. I'll be too disappointed if this one does stay just like that. But F16 want to get things going with Ruas. Tee up his teammate. No, it's for himself. Exotic's in the air, but he's beaten. This is Ruas coming to the black ball, but a slight miss. And how rarely do you see mechanical misplays or even just not perfect finishing from a player like Ruas? Maybe a little bit of pressure getting to him.
Oh, they've got the boost steal on the go here. Chaussette's on small pads, Exotic's on 0, but what a clear. That's going to buy them time. They're just hunting for boost at the moment. Chaussette's still picking up small pads. Exotic grabs 100. But no pressure for F16. Again, they're showing their composure. Yes, they've got mechanics. Yes, they've got individual solo plays and great recoveries, but they're showing a ton of composure here. They're just taking their time with this game, even though they're trailing by 1.
Brilliant defending from Exotic as well, just waiting on that backboard. Used all of his boost to get there, but still has control of the ball. So he can set up Chaussette just to come forwards. Again, getting those hundreds. They know how quickly they can boost up. There was a misplay there from Kalias, but the recovery was quick. The F16 can make the most of tempting in SMPR. Is that one rolling in? Yes, it is. And just like that, it's 1-1.
It's off a misplay as well. Clears flips the wrong way off the back wall, recovers immediately and gets right back into the play. It deflects middle for Ruas. Chaussette was completely boost starved. And that's not the first time in recent memory that SMPR are using all their boosts. They're really being forced to their limit here to keep up with F16.
Now they have to regain their lead. That's a good kickoff for them. Chaussette's coming in and has boost control as well. Ruas leaves that one. Khalid is alone on his goal line again. With 1 or 2 awkward touches earlier on did F16 from their own goal line. This could be a huge challenge from Chaussette, but he's lost it. Now Exotic is left back alone until Chaussette is found in that far corner. Good clearance from Exotic. Good patience again from SMPR. Chaussette, the further player forward for most of it, but Exotic doing everything asked of him in defense when it's happening. I think SMPR will be happy with this game so far, despite being the latest to concede.
Yeah, F16 have definitely had the majority of the control, but SMPR look comfortable. I think they're really just trying to bait F16 into overextending here. Just waiting for a mistake, as there have been a couple of errors. That's a big block in the infield. Ruas has to be strong here. He's not. Clears backs him up. SMPR threatening late in the game.
Way more of this game being played in the F16 goal area than they would have wanted. Kalias can change that. He goes to the ceiling, but ends up leaving it for Chaussette of a booming clear. SMPR almost playing for overtime at this point, but they will accept that. Exotic is let that one go. Wants to beat Kalias, but Kalias is challengers, just going across the face of goal. Chaussette's going to get a touch. Maybe we are just ticking away to overtime right now. Unless Ruas can do something incredible. Will this ball fall? Yes, it will. We have overtime in the 2v2.
It's SMPR who had the better kickoff strategy in the last go around. This time it's F16 who forced it into a position. The pitch shot is on target. It's in! Clears! Pulls a goal out of nowhere. That is a difficult position to get a pinch on target from. You can see how close it was to hitting the post, but he squeaks it in. And F16 lead by 2. What a finish to a game that was as close as we'd hoped.
SMPR can do absolutely everything right. They can play the game plan to perfection. They can completely alleviate the attacking prowess of F16. But when you have a massive pinch from your own half, you can't read that, you can't predict it, you can't defend against it.
It's his debut series in an international LAN. He just pinches it in 6 seconds into overtime. That is unreal. The Twins step up and put F16 on triple match point. They've still got 1v1 guaranteed in the bag. We know the format from here on. It will be 3v3, 1v1, 3v3. They've already won a game in 3s. They controlled it. They looked so composed.
Yeah.
They didn't. I expected them to just go and try and outpace SMPR, but no, they were just dissecting them. They were playing patiently, waiting for their chances. Yeah, they really do have a ton of synergy here. Can't wait to get Basil back in the field as well. We're not talking about him enough, but I mean, The twinergy, it's real.
I mean, when you play with identical twins, you have to expect that you'll be talked about less. That's a thing. Do you know what I mean?
He knew what you signed up for.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, you know, basil is something you put on the delicious meal. It's an addition, you know.
It's the garnish.
Exactly. He is the garnish to this sandwich.
But with this talent on the roster, you know, he knows what he's got to do. He's got two ridiculously mechanical players who are just on the grind right now. They're really putting in so much work. Kaliers especially. I know Rawas has been at the top of the game and he's been talked about for years now. People have been waiting for years for this guy to be old enough to play RLCS. But his twin brother Kaliers kind of flew under the radar a little bit. It's only recently that he rocketed up the leaderboards, really put in a ton of time to the game, and it shows. I mean, he is really turning into an unreal player. Here we go, 3v3. It's F16 trying to sweep. It's Rawas in 6 seconds, just as long as the overtime was for game 2. This time, it's in regulation.
Now Rawas is feeling it. The stage is beginning to belong to F16 Esports, and SMPR there on the left. I mean, they are the team of all the experience. They will have been in this situation before. 2 games down, struggling, mechanically not as strong. How do you dig yourself out of a situation like this? I mean, the first thing you have to do is make sure you don't concede again. The Chaussette misses on the backboard. Rawas almost a second goal in a row, a beautiful second goal in a row as well. But F16, look, now the pace comes in. Yeah. Now they've got that composure. Now they can up the pace and really turn it to 6th gear.
Yeah, I mean, it's a difficult situation for SMPR. They know the hole that they're in right now. They know 1v1 is coming. They know they've just put Exotic in a tough spot, because Exotic's a great ones player, but Rawas is world class. He is top tier, and this could be his proving grounds to show just how good he is this weekend.
There also could be a slight tilt factor as well, the fact that they conceded that 2v2 overtime goal with a huge pinch, and now Kaliers is coming again. A good save from Exotic. Rawas is just slowing things right down again. When they want to, they can really take their time. It's what makes them so dangerous. By no means one track. This could be the follow-up. Rawas into the top corner. They are everywhere, and SMPR can't swat them away.
Well, they're rapidly proving that MENA's not a one-team region, and they're taking SMPR to the cleaners here. In 3s, it's not the 1s and the 2s. It's 3v3 that's looking like the most dominant matchup, and we've not seen 1s, but the 2v2 is the close one. I mean, they really did control both 3v3s so far, but here's the chance for Chaussette. He's defended well by young man Kaliers.
Yeah, good save again there when you've got the edgeable bump coming at you. Got to make the decision quickly, and that's exactly what he did. There's a miss there from Cassio, allows in Chaussette. He's going to the sky again. Tried this a few times, this air dribble. It's gone to the backboard this time, but again, a huge clearance from Kaliers. They are just, you know, when your mechanics are in and every touch you make is going exactly where you want it to go, even clearances.
No.
in theory,
Actually,
of course.
no.
On F16, they are experiencing that. Ask them what it feels like, because they are feeling it right now on this stage with $2 million on the line.
It's crazy. I mean, they are just built different. I've been talking to a lot of the pros about the Middle Eastern young players, and everybody says the same thing. They're just fast, they don't hesitate, they're completely confident. And it doesn't really make sense. I mean, how do they get this confident when they've got such little experience? They can't have experience. But here they go again. Kaliers with the reset. It's 3-0. SMPR have no idea what's hitting them.
Oh my goodness, it's absolutely ridiculous. From any angle, they can get the flip reset. And it's not just a flip reset for flip reset's sake. It's the perfect part of the goal.
As well, off the ball, Rawas is running ahead. He knows, oh yeah, from that ridiculous position, yeah, my bro, he's going to put that on target, no problem. I'll bump keeps.
How can you possibly defend that when even if you are able to stand tall against the flip reset, you're getting bumped anyway, but that could be a chance. Cassio steaming in. Here comes another player. I think it was... there it is. Chaussette, though, in the end. Chaussette does get SMPR back in it.
We haven't had a lot of time to talk about the defense of F16, but Rawas, for me, might be the best 1v1 defender in the world. Well, maybe not defender, let's say 1v1 goalkeeper in the world. This guy's pre-jumps are insane. We've not really had a chance to see that because they haven't done too much defense, but it's actually Rawas' defense that is the most impressive thing about this guy. So, one pre-jump save there, followed up by a Chaussette goal, which is good because we got to see it again on the replay. Thank you, Chaussette. Can SMPR work with that momentum?
I'm sure that's exactly what Chaussette's thinking. He's not thinking, let's get back into this. He's thinking, oh, Johnny gets to see the replay again. As they continue to be just put to the pale there by Basil trying to get over the top of Chaussette. Exotic, can he slow this one down for a second? No, he can't. Basil is still there. They have endless boost, it seems right now, F16. But SMPR are managing just to push that ball away bit by bit. We get these big clearances, but the snapshot there from F16. Another good save, though, from SMPR, and they are hanging on.
Yeah, backboard is wide open. Kaliers is up so quickly for that. Did he pre-jump the backboard read? There's no way. But actually, when I think about it, there probably is a way for Kaliers. SMPR just trying to survive this onslaught that keeps coming at them, just scraping for whatever kind of chances they can get, but they're few and far between. They're going to need to be clinical here if they're going to have any chance to come back in the final 2 minutes.
There's still time though in 3v3 to get a couple of goals as another good save comes in. SMPR's defending has been pretty good considering how well F16 are playing right now. It's just been some solo brilliance that's managed to get past them. So won't be able to get to this one. Cassio, how is your decision making? That's actually had more time for that, I think, than he realised. One of the rare occasions when he could have actually thought and chosen what to do with the ball rather than just nip to it as quickly as he possibly could. But here they come again, F16. Here's Riyadh around the corner, just endless touches on that ball. It just seems to belong to him like it's on string.
He's just mind-gaming everybody. He's walking through them, doesn't even need a 50-50 because he's convincing everyone that he runs into that he's going to flip into the ball simply by positioning in such an accurate manner and moving so threateningly. Just over a minute to go. It's all F16. It's going to be another goal for them. Basil gets one on the score sheet. That might be the winning goal in their debut international land. Impressive stuff, taking down SMPR 2 times in 3s. Should we not see a ridiculous comeback that would come against the run of, not just the run of play, against the run of the series?
Yeah, I mean, if this series is brought back by SMPR, it would be one of the great comebacks of our time against an F16 that are running riot, have their favored game mode coming up as well. You just can't see it happening, but you have to celebrate F16. This is a team of 2 players that barely turned 15. They haven't been able, Ruas and Kalias, to play an RLCS match ever because they've literally just turned 15. Is that correct? So this is their first chance to play at a LAN.
They turned 15 June, so yeah, this is their first. They couldn't play even the spring split, but these guys are already world class. They're already RLCS level. It's plain to see. I mean, SMPR are a team who are going to the World's wildcard event. They finish off the entire season for Europe top 6 in the region that has taken the first seed for Worlds. So this is what happens when you run into a more mechanical team and a team with seemingly limitless potential, and they've already unlocked so much of it.
Yeah, I mean, SMPR Esports, they'll be dropping down to face either Orlando Pirates, XD, or Owl, so maybe another Middle Eastern team that they'll have to contend with a little while, but the winner who is going to be F16 Esports in their first LAN competition, apart from the qualifiers to make it here. And look what it means to them, by the way. They're coming up against FaZe. Now,